Okay, then.
No, not okay. It's too late, Colonel.
It's too late for what?
For your offer. The men don't want a salute. They don't want to use rank. They don't want better food. They don't want more TV. They just want your resignation. So do I.
My resignation?
You're a disgrace, Colonel. A disgrace to the uniform. You should not be allowed to retain your command.
Well, then I better go back.
Hey everybody, I'm Jay Bullington.
And I'm Keith Carcino, and we want to know,
Have you seen this one?
It's so funny. It's so hot here in Texas, and yet I don't know if it's because I'm old or what, but inside it's like, oh, I got to put a sweater on in the house. You know?
Do you have the AC like cranked down real low?
No, I really don't. I think it's just old age anyway. What's the weather like there in Peru?
It is cold. This is like the coldest part of the year for us. Yeah, it's every day here in Lima. What's weird in Lima, I don't know what happens if you are right on the coast, like where we live, like right on it. It is cloudy every single day. It is during the winter. You don't see sunsets. It's gray. It's cloudy, but it's very cool. When I say cool, it's not cold. It's like 50s. Yeah, 50s and lower 60s. Like yesterday, I went walking with the jacket on because it was a little brisk. But then halfway through the walk, I had to take the jacket off, and it felt so good. Oh, it was nice. I loved it. And our friends, of course, our family, Liza's cousins visiting us right now, and they're doing a whole Peruvian tour. You go in the jungle to Machu Picchu to Arequipa, Colca Canyon, all that stuff. They're going to have a really good trip.
That is so cool.
They were also commenting about how nice the weather, because they as you know, came from 90 plus 100 degree plus heat there in Texas, and they were pleasantly surprised with how cool it is on the other side of the world. So it's been nice.
Hello, Histophiles. Welcome to episode 229.
Everybody.
I'm Jay
Bullington,
you were there. Being very, very jealous right now of my co-host, Mr.
Keith Carcino. Thank you very much.
Living in his cool weather.
I was just going off about the weather like no one's business. So sorry about that. Let's talk about movies. That's what I want. Let's talk about things that we've been doing.
Okay, so
I have a few things
been entertaining you.
Yeah,
I've got a few also.
Okay. I don't have a whole lot. I'm going to be honest. I feel like it's been a long time since we last recorded, but and then I'm looking back on it, and I had plenty of time to watch a whole bunch of stuff. And honestly, I really didn't. I kind of watched a few things in the background. I did. I just finished, by the way, the second to last class, the penultimate class of my master's program. I should be done by December. I'm so excited to get
Cheers,
that done.
mate.
Thank you very much. I'm excited. But that has been taking up a lot of my time. In addition, we just launched a brand new school year, and it's you know how that is. It is one of the busiest times of year, probably the busiest time of year, I'd say.
The end of the year.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the end of the year is bonkers, ridiculously busy. But I should have more time. We have a 2-week break until the next class starts. I'm excited about that. So I did watch a couple of things in the background. I had on this movie I found. It's called Accepted, 2006. It's a silly comedy with Justin Long. I saw Justin Long.
I love him.
And as soon as I saw him, I'm in. Jonah Hill plays a part in it. Blake Lively plays the love interest. And so it's a cute little comedy about this kind of, flame out Justin Long. He's just graduating high school, and he's like a loser. And he gets rejected to every single university he's applied to. So he decides, in order to keep in his parents' good graces, he tries to create his own university. And it just seems like Right. So it's a ridiculously,
Accepted.
fun
Okay, now I get
comedy.
it. Okay.
Accepted. It's cute. If you want something to kind of chuckle to in the background, this is the
Okay.
movie for you. The other one that I saw that I actually like a lot more, but I've seen it. It's like one of those things that just keeps coming on and coming on, like the Showtime or whatever it is. It's Inglorious Bastards.
Oh
Great
man.
movie. I mean, Quentin Tarantino, everything he puts up, in my opinion, is gold. I just love him as one of my
I could not
favorite
agree more.
directors of writers and directors of all
Hmm.
time. But this one is just so great. I love. Is it Christoph Waltz? Is that his name?
Yes, yes.
Oh my gosh.
He's so good.
He should get. He should have got. I
He
didn't look
did.
it up. I'm sure he got
Yeah, he
plenty of.
did. Yeah.
Was it supporting?
No, yeah, supporting actor. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And but oh, he deserved it greatly.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, he just had a presence. Every
Scary, awful,
but
mean,
also
just
super personable, like a
oh yeah.
sociopath, right?
And
Yeah.
you couldn't stop looking at him. I mean,
Right,
yeah,
right.
couldn't take
Well,
your eyes
and
off of him.
and no matter what he said, whether it be very, very good or not so much,
Hmm.
he just had this like, okay, very uplifting tone to him. But at the same time, too, he's a
It was
Jew killer,
creepy.
right?
It was
Yeah,
creepy. Yeah.
right. Superly creepy, creepy.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. I'm really
Okay.
curious though, Jay, to hear if you. I know there's one you're going to talk about. I hope you got to talk about it. It's one that you saw in the movies last night, I think, or yesterday.
Yes,
And
yesterday.
as soon as I saw the first trailer of this movie, I
Uh-huh.
had to watch it. So let's hear about it.
Okay. I've got four new movies to talk about. Two are
Okay.
comedies and two are horror film, or technically horror films.
Right.
The comedies, The Naked Gun.
The new one?
The new Naked Gun,
Oh,
directed
what did
by
you?
Akiva
you
Schaffer with Liam
oh,
Neeson and Pamela Anderson. Let me tell you something. We laughed our heinies off.
okay.
Liam Neeson did a just, I mean, seamlessly taking over for Leslie Nielsen,
What,
which,
there was
get it?
a. Yeah.
Liam Neeson, Leslie Nielsen, Liam Neeson,
Oh
Leslie
my,
Nielsen.
try saying that 5 times fast. I know there was a lot of concern because he usually plays this action
Well,
star with
see,
like a
that's
suspense,
the
those
thing.
kinds of things.
But Leslie Nielsen was the same way.
That's true.
Until Airplane came out. And then
Airplane,
when
oh,
Airplane came out,
this
they were like, oh, this guy's funny. And that's when they did The Naked Gun.
the dry.
And it started out as a
Okay, that
TV
makes sense.
series. It was a TV series first, then they made the series of movies after that.
Huh.
Um,
Huh.
but
Interesting.
and I'll tell you, I was very impressed with Pamela Anderson. She was very good. She was very funny. We really enjoyed it. The other
Cool.
comedy that I really
Cool. Cool.
enjoyed is Freakier Friday.
What? No.
You would
What?
not believe how much fun we had. Sean and I went to
Really?
see this together.
Oh,
Oh my
really?
gosh.
Really?
Directed by Nisha Ganatra. And of course, starring Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan. So is it's based off the same idea, or it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a
It's the same
follow-up from Freaky
characters.
Friday? Okay.
It's the same
Awesome.
characters 22 years later, I guess. So now they're
Wow.
older.
Wow.
Lindsay Lohan has a teenage daughter, a
Uh-huh.
young teenage daughter.
Uh-huh.
And Lindsay is marrying this guy, and his daughter and Lindsay's daughter do not get along. They go to the same school, they don't get along.
Oh no.
Well, guess what? The
Oh no.
family curse happens again, and this time it involves all
Of
four of
course.
these women.
Oh, interesting.
It what you could tell these actresses had so much fun making this movie. They were
Yeah, yeah.
especially Jamie Lee and Lindsay.
Yeah, yeah.
They were so cute together. They're so fun.
Very cool.
Okay,
Very cool.
so those are my two fun comedies. Okay.
I've been craving some horror, man. Some new horror
Okay.
that's up
Well,
there and out there. Throw it at me.
really fun slasher. I Know What You Did Last Summer. The re-upping of it.
Yep, yep. And I heard some mixed things from this, but
I enjoyed it.
you do okay.
No, I
Okay,
enjoyed
good.
it. And there was a bit of a twist toward the end that I was not expecting. I thought it was
Hmm.
pretty clever of them to throw that in there.
And is it a standalone or is it also a follow-up from the
Oh, no, no,
90s
no.
one? Oh,
Totally a follow-up, including
good.
actors from the original.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
and that's all I'm going to say. Because since we're not covering it, I don't want to spoil it.
Paul
Um,
Walker was in the first one, wasn't he? Wasn't he one of the right?
Paul
Paul Walker.
Walker?
Paul Walker wasn't he in? I know what you did last summer. In the first one, in the very first one,
Was that
he
his
and
name?
wasn't it Paul Walker and Freddie Prinze Jr.
Freddie
with
Prinze Jr. definitely
yeah.
was. Is his name Paul Walker?
I think yeah, he passed away years ago in a car racing accident.
Oh, no, 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 that's not him. You're
Okay,
thinking
that's not him.
it's not Paul Walker. It's somebody.
Oh,
It's another
gotcha.
actor whose name I'm
Okay.
blanking on right now. But
Well, I have to know. I
another
need to
young,
look this
good-looking
up.
actor at that time.
I got you. Okay. Well, I gotta know. 1997 is when it came out. It must have
Yeah,
been Ryan Phillippe. That's
Ryan
right.
Phillippe. That's it.
Yeah,
Okay, there we go.
that's right. Thank you for that. That okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about that. So we're
No, no,
detracting.
no. Well, the
It,
name was there's a
mhm.
crossover there. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But good, you
Okay.
liked it. Okay.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Now, the horror movie that I really, really
Yes.
enjoyed.
This is what I started with when I segued over to your
Oh
side. I
my
can't wait to hear
gosh,
about this.
Weapons.
Hmm.
Directed by Zach Krieger or Kreger. I'm not sure how to say his name. Sorry, sir. He's the one who did Barbarian.
Loved Barbarian.
Yes, with the woman
Barbarian
in the
was done in
basement and
the
all that stuff.
basement.
Oh, that
Uh-huh.
oh God. So
Justin Long
this
was in that one too, I
Justin,
think.
oh, you know what? Justin Long was in this too.
Oh, I love it.
He
Of
has a very
course.
tiny. Oh, I'm kind of spoiling it. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
But he
Okay.
does
Okay.
show up just for one really tiny short scene. He's just, and
Cool.
obviously he just did it because he's friends with the director, you know.
Of course, right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But all of a sudden he popped up, and of course the audience is like, "Whoa!" Everybody reacted when they saw Justin Long because everybody in the audience was a horror fan, you
Hey,
know.
of course, right.
Uh, this movie, I'm not going to spoil it except for Justin Long, sorry. But it is told kind of like in chapters, and each chapter is the name of a character in the movie.
Oh, cool. Oh, cool. And
And
like it just kind of follow. Oh, and it like
well, no,
follows
they
that.
don't follow in line. You go through the timeline with the first character, then you go to the next character, and you start at the beginning again and go through it through their
How
eyes.
long? How long does each little quote unquote chapter take?
Oh, in a
Because you
few
only.
minutes. The movie's about 2 hours. I
Okay,
was
so
never bored.
so it's just a few minutes. It's not
Oh
like a
yeah. Oh
long
no, it's
drawn out
just a few minutes.
sequence.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
well, it is the whole movie. This is the whole movie.
Sure, sure. Oh, wow.
This
So
is what
you,
the whole movie is. Yeah,
I am fascinated.
it
It's
is really, really well done.
okay. I should be able to see it here in the next couple weeks, so I'll be
Good.
looking out for it.
I can't wait to hear what you think because
Right.
I really, truly, I can't wait to look at this thing again and because there's so many little details and things. And,
Right. Well, your Facebook post in reaction to it started
oh,
off with, I walked out of the theater and the first thing I thought was it that bad? You couldn't even sit through the whole thing? But then I kept reading and it said, I could not stop thinking about this movie. And those ones that last with you, I could tell it really had a profound
oh,
impact on you. And that's
great
very
acting,
intriguing
Josh
to me.
Brolin. I can't think of
Mm.
the young actor. She was in
Oh, she was in
that
yeah,
TV
yeah, the
show
one
about
with Jason Bateman.
yes,
Yes.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. I'm
Which
blanking
whose
on
name
the
is
name.
oh God, that's
Right.
everything nowadays.
All right.
Okay, one more thing I want to talk about that was really fun. This was on Hulu. Last month the movie Jaws turned 50.
Wow. That's
Jaws
why I
is
had been seeing a lot of memes
yes.
and things about
Well, not only that,
Jaws.
but also last month was a Shark Month and also Shark Week during last month.
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
on
Love it.
Hulu, there is a documentary called Jaws at 50, the definitive inside story. And it is a really fun documentary about how Jaws got made and then also how all the movies after Jaws that were imitating Jaws got made.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
And Jaws is like one of your top, if not top movies of all time.
Oh
Wasn't
yeah.
it? Well,
Oh
it
yeah.
was up there, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it
Oh
is
yeah.
done. Yeah, especially the original was done so
And
well.
I didn't make a big deal about this, but I'll next year maybe. Next year
Mhm.
maybe. Okay.
Okay.
Jaws turned 50 this last month.
Right?
This month, HYSTO, have you seen this one? Turns 9 years old. We are 9 years old now.
What? No way.
At
Are
our
we
ninth
nine?
anniversary, just on August
Oh
3rd was our
my
ninth
gosh.
anniversary. So now this is our first episode of our 10th year.
We're starting our 10th year. So at this time next year, we'll be officially double digits.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, 10 years.
Isn't that
We need to
amazing?
I don't know if it's even possible, but let's do like a statistics, like how many movies, how many, like obviously we know
Oh,
how many
we'll do that
shows.
next year. Yeah, we'll do that
Uh-huh,
next year for
right,
sure.
right.
I
And
figured
that
we
will help.
wait for the 10th. The 10th is kind of a.
Of course,
A
of
big one.
course.
So
A
we'll do
big
that
one.
next time.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
But I did want to bring it up because I'm like, oh,
That's-
Jaws had a birthday, and so did we. There you go.
Hey, we have so much in common. Like,
Yes,
just great,
yes. Oh, yeah, right.
Great
Yeah.
entertainment.
Well, I know
Great.
my teeth kind of look like Jaws, but anyway. Okay, so
Silly.
continuing our movie celebration, let's talk about the movie you recommended for me from 2001. Let's go ahead and get into this. The movie is called The Last Castle.
His career made him a legend.
3 stars.
They should be naming a base after the man, not sending him here.
One mistake
Disregard of direct verbal orders resulting in the death of 8 American soldiers.
cost him his freedom.
What do you expect from your time here at the castle?
Nothing. Do my time, go home.
That is the perfect answer.
Afternoon, sir.
This thing that you're doing with your hand, if grabbing your hair, what's that?
That was a salute.
So, no, I don't think so.
What are you doing? Saluting amongst prisoners is prohibited.
You get on Winter's bad side, you're done. I'm not fighting anyone or anything anymore.
Dad, you're a great man. You've done so much for this country.
Twice in the last year there have been accidents. The men have been hit in the head and killed.
I've been hearing some pretty disturbing things about what goes on in here.
Until you spend some time in the yard with those animals, you have no idea what happens in there.
The men don't want better food, they don't want more TV. They just want your resignation.
Well, then I better go back.
You're a sergeant major.
I was.
I call an Irwin chief. That's their word for general.
The men are assembled, sir. The general is getting himself an army.
Gentlemen, I propose that we seize control of this facility.
I don't need to justify myself to you, do I?
I don't know. Do you?
You have 3 years left with us. Does 3 months sound better?
You're asking me to be your snitch, sir?
These men need you, and I need you.
Why do you think I should help you? Let me guess, you're gonna make me a soldier again?
Now! You are no longer soldiers. Each one of you is nothing more than the shadow of a soldier.
When they do take over the prison, they're gonna fly the flag upside down.
Upside down.
It'll mean the castle's fallen, sir.
DreamWorks Pictures presents Robert Redford, James Gandolfini, Mark Ruffalo, and Delroy Lindo.
I'm taking control of your prison.
Like hell you are.
The Last Castle.
From 2001, the movie is The Last Castle, directed by Rod Lurie. Directed by Rod Lurie. Sorry, Mr. Lurie. Directed by Rod Lurie, starring quite a few people I recognize, but mostly the big stars are Robert Redford, James Gandolfini, and Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
Quick summary. A court-martial general rallies together 1,200 inmates to rise against a corrupt and sadistic warden.
Uh-huh.
So did you see this movie back in 2001 when it came out?
Around that time. I
Okay.
don't think I was there for like opening day or anything, but I think within at least a year or two after it came out, I saw it.
Okay, so you didn't see it at the movies. You probably
It's
saw
been,
it.
I did not see it at the movies.
Oh,
I
okay,
saw it on like
streaming, okay.
HBO or something.
Okay.
Yep.
It's funny. I haven't even heard of this movie before.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I've never even heard of it.
I haven't
it's so
heard.
funny.
I don't think it got a lot of buzz, even when it came out.
It must
a lot
not
of
have
people
got too
weren't talking
much.
about it. I remember my parents said, "Hey, this is an interesting movie." We both watched it, and I remember liking it, but I always need to see it again before I can really tell if it was
Yeah.
as good as I remember.
That's
So-
especially that's always the way with me with movies I haven't seen in a while.
And most
You
of the
know.
time, what would you say? Is it kind of 50-50? You like it's as good as that I remember it, or and then it's not, or is it kind of like I'm usually wrong that you change so much that your preferences change?
I
don't
have
know.
to say, usually if it's a movie that I liked, I've revisited it.
That's a way to revisit.
So I've already revisited it, so I already know I like it. I know it's not going to lose its power,
Okay, right.
That's very rare that has happened to me actually, that a movie that
Interesting.
I went back to later and went, "Oh, I thought that was good. Now it's not," Now, that's not to say that things I watched when I was a little kid that that's cool. And you watch it now, like Gilligan's Island, it's like, what the
Right.
heck was I thinking
Well,
watching
well,
that piece of garbage?
right.
Anyway.
That's true. Yeah, that does change you.
But as an adult, I have to say, overall, usually when I go back to those movies I haven't seen in years, I still like them.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't happen
I'm
too often.
Mine is much more common, where I'm like, I remember liking this, and then I watch it again and
Uh,
realize,
I've seen it happen
what
right
was I
here. Yeah.
thinking? More times than not. So yeah, let's see what happens with this one, The Last Castle. I think I saw it maybe two times before finally
Oh, okay.
watching it again to
Okay.
prepare for this episode. But I love Robert Redford, and James Gandolfini is awesome and
He's a
everything.
really good actor,
He's a
man.
really good
Yeah.
actor, and he plays a good part in this one because he's like,
Because you don't like him and you're not
right.
supposed to like him. Yeah.
He's the villain, right? He
Yeah.
does a good
Very,
job of doing
very good
that.
actor. Very
Uh-huh.
good. Okay.
Mhm.
So Robert Redford plays Lieutenant General Eugene Irwin, and he has to complete a 10-year sentence in maximum security military prison for sending his troops on a rescue mission in Burundi. And that was violating a presidential order, and it resulted in 8 soldiers dying, which obviously he feels like hell about.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It's
not
got to
his, that
weigh on
was
you.
not his
Sure.
intention.
But he's also one of the highest decorated officers, that you can
Oh,
have. And so, in fact,
everybody acts like, Clark Gable
mhm.
walked in the room. There's just
Right. No. Well, even Colonel Winter, James
yeah,
Gandolfini was like, "Hey,
at
I have a lot of
first.
at first, I have a
Yeah.
ton of respect for you.
That didn't last long.
Let us know whatever you need." Well, as soon as it switched, right?
Oh
Like
yeah.
it's
When he
right there.
overheard Robert Redford, please, it was so obvious.
Right. Exactly. Robert
Well,
Redford was.
here it is in the
Yeah.
notes. So prison commandant, Colonel Winter, that's James Gandolfini, greatly admires Irwin until Irwin calls Winter's prized military artifacts collection something no true battlefield veteran would have
Mhm.
that.
Right. And of course,
Like scoffing at it, making fun of it.
Winter was coming back with like a book for Irwin to sign, and then he
Uh,
just like tosses it in his library. Like, well, screw you, dude. You
I
picked a
mean,
battle with the wrong man.
I don't know if I've ever seen a conflict brought up more quickly than this movie.
Well, this one does not. And what's crazy? Like, they did not waste any time. But
Oh
then
no.
the movie's still 2 hours and 11 minutes. Like, does it have to be that long? Which I know
No,
that's a long one.
it
I
doesn't have to
usually
be that long.
It doesn't have to be that long. I agree. Right. All right.
Oh my
So.
gosh.
All right,
So,
so already,
yeah,
obviously Robert
Winter
Redford,
resents this
huge
remark.
respect.
Of course, he's never
Hmm.
seen combat. So
Hmm.
then he opposes what he perceives as Irvin's attempt to change the attitudes of the prisoners. Well, yeah, he's trying to let them see that what's being done to them,
So are
which is
most of the
very
prisoner
obvious.
are ex-military? Is
Yes,
this okay?
it's
This is
a
like
military prison.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a
All right.
military prison.
Uh-huh. Right.
So, Winter's methods of running the prison, he said the prisoners are no longer soldiers and they should not follow military customs or courtesy,
Hmm.
and they should not get any courtesies that military soldiers get.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
on one occasion, Irwin is reprimanded for stopping a guard from clubbing prisoner Corporal Raymond Aguilar, who saluted Irwin in the prison yard.
Yeah, I guess saluting. Oh, that because of what you just said,
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
allowed, right? They're not decorated or even any kind of prisoner.
yeah.
I guess most of them, I assume, were, what is it? Discharged. What's
Yes.
the what's the
Dishonorary
one?
discharge.
They dishonorable discharged.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
dishonorable, not
You're
dishonorary.
right.
Yeah.
Right. They were dishonorably discharged, right?
And the
So,
winner of dishonorary.
that Aguilar guy, the guy who played Aguilar, I've
Yeah.
seen him in a lot of different
I've
stuff.
seen him too, and I couldn't figure out which one he was.
There's like this
Aguilar.
90s movie where he plays this like gangster guy.
His name is Clifton Collins,
Right.
and I
Seen
see.
him
I'm
in
looking
so
at his
much.
picture. He was in Star Trek 2009.
Mm.
Traffic. I didn't like that movie.
Oh,
Uh,
Traffic. I like
he's in a
Traffic.
new movie called Eddington that just came out this year.
Okay. He was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I don't
Oh,
I
that's
don't
probably
remember
where
it.
I remember him.
I don't remember him in that. That's
I have to
weird.
go back. It's probably a small part.
Right. Oh, he's in so much stuff. I can think a lot of small parts.
I think he
And
plays a lot.
so,
He's a character actor, basically.
right. And
Yeah.
so those type have, so you can just keep scrolling. He was in
Oh yeah.
Babel. That's right. I think he was in Babel back in 2006.
Was he
Okay.
really?
There was one in the 1990s. He was played this gangster guy, but it was such a long time ago. I have no idea what movie it was. And
Are you sure it
I
was
could
him? He
probably
would have been so much younger.
Poetic Justice, he was in that. Um, Dead Presidents. I think it's Dead Presidents.
Oh, Dead
It's a
Presidents. I
gangster
haven't
movie
seen
from
that in
95.
ages.
I think it might have been that one or something. Yeah. Anyway, I like him. He did a good job. He must have been wounded in combat or something because his Aguilar, played by Clifton
Hmm.
Collins, he had something like there were some neurological issues. I
Yes,
think he went with
yes.
her and some.
That caused a stutter, among other things.
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
right. A little twitch too.
Hmm.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
but I liked him. He's an endearing character.
He is. He
And
is.
the
And
and
the
he
actor did a great job.
Well, and he wasn't always treated. I think a lot of people saw his differences and treat him poorly, which
Yeah.
is
It was
that's
just, it
society
was
for you.
like being in elementary school. I swear. It was,
Hmm.
ugh.
There were
Okay.
a few things which I'm sure we'll get to where you get to see a little transformation or change in his persona, which I'm glad. Oh, it was actually, well, I think we'll get to it.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was
Okay.
pretty cruel though. I'm sorry to keep you.
Oh, yeah.
It was cruel what they did to him. They made
Oh,
him like stand in salute in the pouring rain
in the
all night
pouring
long.
cold rain.
Uh-huh.
And he was
Oh,
obviously shivering. That he did a
oh,
great job of
right.
showing how miserable he was.
But like how
Um,
cruel and
yeah,
unusual is that
yeah.
punishment? Hmm.
So Irwin tries to unify the prisoners by building a wall of stone and mortar, which looks like a medieval castle. It looks
Hmm.
like a castle. Envying the respect that Irwin earns, Winter orders his guards to destroy the wall. So he's like, "No, you're not winning. I'm winning.
So
You
it like
can't
opens up
win."
and this like steamroller comes in or whatever, a front loader,
Um,
and he's just gonna like barrel it down. And these guys like work together. They were like, and even Aguilar started to get some respect. That's what I was mean about the change of his persona. Even because Aguilar's dad was a mason, so he knew a
uh-huh.
lot about how to properly
How to
make,
build a
walls.
wall? Yeah.
And so people who used to make fun of him were now giving him respect and asking him questions like,
Yes.
hey man, so much so that they even like let him be the first person to write his name on the wall, which is a big deal. And
Yeah.
so I think for the first time maybe ever in this
He felt
guy's life.
respect.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I really liked, and
Okay.
again, I'm one, as you know, love character transformation.
Yeah.
I liked his.
Yeah. That arc.
Yeah.
Okay, so his character changes so much to the point where he blocks a bulldozer
Right.
that the guards are trying to knock the wall
Hmm.
down, and he just no, he's not going to put up with this.
Right.
And Winter orders Corporal Zamora to fire a non-lethal rubber bullet directly at Aguilar's head. Of course, it
Well,
kills him.
you saw his little mannerism, right? Gandolfini, Winter's
Uh-huh.
hand, the way that when he called in the order, he also held his hand open faced over his head,
Hmm.
almost like kill shot, go right for the head.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
this was actually pitched to them at the very on like Irwin's first day when he was sitting and eating a lunch in the mess hall. Like 4 or 5 other inmates came to him and said, "Hey, we really respect you. We know what you've done, but this is what's going on in here. We know for sure that
Yeah,
that they're killing people,
yeah.
for not behaving well." And so
Winter's a murderer. He's a murderer.
he's a murderer. He's
Yeah,
absolutely a
he
murderer. And
really
he murders
is.
Aguilar on the spot in
Oh, he
front of
did. Yeah,
everybody.
yeah, yeah. He just
Right.
calls for it. Boom, it's done.
Crazy.
So after the wall is destroyed, Irwin and the inmates they pay final respects to Aguilar, which is we
Hmm.
talked about, and they write his name on. His name was on
Hmm.
there, and they put their. So Winter offers some small concessions, and Irwin's like, "That's not going to cut it." Irwin says,
Hmm.
"No, you're a disgrace to the uniform, and you
We
need to resign. We want
right.
you to resign."
Uh-huh. It's also crazy how quickly Irwin garnered the affection and the solidarity of his team of the 1,200 inmates.
You're reading my mind, Keith. It's like
Uh,
there's 1,200 criminal inmates,
mhm.
and you'd have no idea what kind of minds these guys have.
I think though deep down each of them knows that
Oh, do
this
you?
guy is I don't I'm no I'm no criminal, but if I was, this is what I would think.
No,
He
no, a
knows though.
military criminal. Don't forget.
That's true, but he's also like highly respected by everybody from the
Mhm.
top of the chain down. But he also the other inmates know that he's serving 10 years in there because of the sacrifices he made to help. I think he understands that basically the prisoners know that Irwin's one of them and that he's
Um,
part of them and he has their best
yeah.
interests and he has incredible leadership skills. So he's going to take advantage of it to try to take down Winter.
And he wants to show Brigadier General Wheeler his friend and Winter's superior He
Right.
wants to show him that Winter is unfit and should be removed from command. Um,
How are you going to prove that? Like,
yeah.
it's not just going to happen. Uh-huh. Yeah.
And during a visit from Wheeler, Winter receives a letter demanding that he resign. Otherwise, the prisoners will kidnap Wheeler.
I thought that was a bit bizarre. And
Well,
not,
this
not to
whole movie,
mention,
I'm sorry, this whole movie
yeah,
is bizarre.
yeah, right. Well, also like the timing of that, like he's going to get the mail like with like 4 minutes to
Like you
go,
said, the
just in
timing of
time.
all this, all of a sudden, all the prisoners are on his side,
Right,
on
right,
Winter's side. All of a sudden,
right.
all of a sudden,
Uh-huh.
he's
Uh-huh.
all of a sudden they all change their minds. It's like
Right.
it's just too easy, too easy.
Yeah, I agree. It
Yeah,
wouldn't go, and
yeah.
not you wouldn't have 100% support from
No,
everybody. He was
100. I
like,
mean, literally 1,200 men. It's like, come on.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after ordering a response, Winter discovers that that letter was a total bluff.
Hmm.
Irwin was using it to gain intelligence on how the guards would react during an actual uprising. So
Right.
and once again he got used, he got worked over.
Right. Right.
Um, so Wheeler offers to transfer Irwin to another prison, but Winter declines. Winter's like, no. An infuriated Winter reaches out to Yates, an antisocial prisoner, and let's see, bribed.
That's Mark Ruffalo, right?
Yes,
Yates.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Hmm.
That's Mark Ruffalo.
Yep.
So, bribed with a reduced sentence to inform about Irwin's plans, Yates tells Winter that Irwin intends to take over the prison, then raise the flag upside down to signal distress.
Hmm.
Okay, this is when I'm wondering about Irwin.
Okay.
I'm like, Irwin, are you okay? Are you going to be on the right side? You're going to be on the wrong side? And they kind of, but then I realized, oh my God, they made it so obvious.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
made it so
They
obvious.
did. Well, they also, again, there's a lot of holes in the movie. How, okay,
Yeah,
so they're gonna
big
take over
ones.
the prison. Okay, obviously they're outmanned, but they have a
Weapons
watchtower
and
people
yeah.
looking out. They have weapons, they have helicopters and tanks and all kinds of stuff. They can call in the National Guard,
Mhm.
whatever. How do they think they're going to get away with this? And what is the purpose of it? Just to show him, oh no,
Well,
I think Redford's idea the whole time is to show how incompetent Winter is in order to get him fired and
well,
released. Yeah.
that's the storyline.
Mhm. Well, and
That's
he
the
deserves to
storyline.
be in that prison as much as anyone else,
Yeah.
to be honest with you.
But I want to know, how did the prisoners get access to all these
Weapons,
combustible devices and
right,
bombs and how did they
right.
get access to all this
They
stuff?
had to have been saving up for like years before Irwin even got there. He's like, we're gonna just wait for our Messiah to come save us. And then when he's
See,
here,
uh,
yeah.
okay, so Yates discreetly steals a U.S. flag from the warden's office, revealing that he is actually on Irwin's side. He's like, oh, okay, he's on his side.
Mm-hmm.
Winter orders all the prisoners to the yard in an attempt to prevent their plot, but Irwin anticipated this, and we get a big uprising.
Right.
I mean, a big uprising. It's like an old 1940s war movie.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
they even have like a catapult where they're like slingshotting
Oh, and it looks like they made it out of
napalm.
like a knitting needle and
Right.
and a
It's like
rubber
a
band. It's like
mason jar full of alcohol, right?
so using quote improvised end quote weapons, the prisoners capture an armored vehicle and the prison helicopter, which Yates uses to kill Zamaro. The prisoners call Wheeler's headquarters and inform him of the riot. They say, "Hey, man, this is what's going on." Winter has little time to regain control before Wheeler arrives to see the prison under siege, and he orders the use of live ammunition. So here we go. People are going to die. More people are going to die. Irwin's men create havoc, but they're overwhelmed by the guards. Winter orders the men to surrender, but nope, they're not going to do it. He warns that the sharpshooters will fire if they don't obey, and they're like, "No, we're over this. We're not.
Yeah, they don't have any power, or he doesn't have any power. But even the armed guards, like you said, they weren't even listening to him. You know,
at a certain point, the armed guards just thought, "Oh no, we don't like you either."
Right. Yeah, we don't have to be told, but we're breaking the chain of command and not listening to your order, which is awesome. Non-compliance against somebody who is deemed to be dishonorable is, I think, appropriate. So I think it aligns with the military code. So
I guess you're right. So Irwin orders them to give up and lie face down. But then, and Winter tells Irwin to return his flag, but Irwin replies, "It's not your flag." Irwin begins walking toward the flagpole to raise it, and Winter, who is just really, really upset
He's
now,
reeling, yeah.
ridiculously, "You will not raise that flag upside down." But Irwin continues walking toward the flagpole. Winter orders the sharpshooters to fire, but they refuse. So after all
They
they
won't follow his
refuse,
orders.
Winter grabs a gun and fatally shoots him in the back.
In the back like 3 times, which is,
Irwin.
again, I think that's, symbolic too.
Yeah.
Shoot him in the back, 3-4 times, like a
And of course,
coward.
as he's dying, he still manages to raise the flag. This is so much like a 40s movie. It just cracks me up. Okay,
He
so
got it all the
Captain
way up.
Perez now places Winter under arrest. No, now you're under arrest, MFer.
That's probably one of the most satisfying parts of the
That
movie.
was actually very satisfying.
Yeah.
The prisoners now standing again, they start to salute the flag, which, by the way, is not upside down.
It is right side up.
It is right side up.
The whole time.
Winter
Which makes Winter even look like a more of a douche or a terrible person.
So Winter notices that Irwin raised the flag right side up, meaning that he shot Irwin for no reason.
Nothing.
Shot him for no reason. The flag flies above the prison walls as General Wheeler arrives. Colonel Winter is led away in handcuffs. Yay.
You see, it all worked itself out. And you see the big picture now too of the whole plan. But does the plan that ends up putting hundreds of people's lives in danger, is it really worth taking down? Well, I guess so, taking down one man. But Robert Redford Irwin also gave up his own freedom for it. He's going to be in there for a lot more than 10 years, or maybe not.
Well, Robert
maybe they'll
Redford
see it
is dead. I mean, his character.
No. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So he ended up giving up his life for it.
Yeah.
But maybe he also thought, hey, my grandchildren is the only thing I'm really living for. And I don't really have a relationship with them in the first place. So, yeah, kind of a tough place to be. But, he made the decision to stick to honor. I think that's one thing he lived by.
Yep. And I think that's why Redford took this role. He's like, oh, yeah, I can relate to this. Okay. Okay, whatever, Robert.
Right.
So the inmates build a new wall as a memorial to their fallen comrades, and Aguilar and Irwin's names are on all those that are carved onto the castle wall. And that is the end of the movie.
Cool.
Just a couple little background things. The same prison was the location used for the Green Mile in 1999, 2 years before.
I thought it looked familiar.
It's a prison. I mean, come on.
Well, also, it also looked like maybe it's the same place. Remember in one of the latest Halloween movies when the psychiatrist goes to visit Jason, he's just standing by himself with his back to her in the yard. It looked like the same yard. I'm not saying it is. It just had that feeling. The feeling that she was in the same place. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it is in Hollywood. I guess this was made in Southern California, where you might have to. I'm sure they duplicate a lot of places that are based and built for. Making movies.
We say Hollywood, but you have to remember, Keith, they don't always film movies in Hollywood.
Right, exactly. Hollywood meaning the general
there's location
California
shots
area.
Yeah,
right.
But I mean, they might have gone to another country to film it if they found a building that was more fitting.
Well, that's true too. That's true.
The main score of I thought this was interesting and a little saddening. The main score of the movie, composed by Jerry Goldsmith, was named September 11th, 2001, because it was recorded on that day.
Oh.
Also, the movie's posters were changed after 9/11 because they showed an American flag flying upside down, which, as we know, is the signal for distress.
Oh.
So they made a new poster just featuring the faces of the cast. They said we don't want to.
I think that's
stress.
a smart move there. Yeah.
When Irwin tapes pictures of his grandchild on the wall of his cell, they are a picture of director Rod Lurie's son, Hunter.
Oh, okay.
Thought that was cute.
Okay.
I've got three quick critic quotes here. Alonso Duralde, who I absolutely love, he is in the queer community. He is way up there.
Okay.
He wrote a wonderful book, 101 Books Every Gay Man Must See. I think that's the title of it. 101 Movies Every Gay Man Must See. He does a great podcast. He's a really good writer. He writes for The Advocate, which is a very famous LGBTQ plus magazine. He wrote this. The Last Castle is pretty much every prison movie cliche and every mutiny movie cliche you've ever seen, along with some Spartacus Ben-Hur style shirtless movie star masochism, served up in one bombastic package.
I think you pretty much nailed it on the head there, right?
I probably don't even have to read any other
I think
reviews here.
exactly. That's the end all be all.
Nev Pierce from BBC.com said, not a serious prison flick, but director Lurie finds fresh ways to frame familiar situations and pulls it off with enough tongue-in-cheek wit. I believe there is a little bit, when I read that review, and I'm like, you know what, there is a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah, I thought he worded it nicely. He was very tactful.
A little bit of a humorous kind of comedy, just a little bit there.
I think it needed it though. I don't know. I think the movie kind of needed that in order to kind of keep it. I don't know.
So here's my favorite critic clip. Matt Brunson. I've quoted him before. Matt Brunson from Film Frenzy. How in the name of Steve McQueen do the prisoners keep a 20-foot catapult hidden from the guards? That was my favorite. I thought Alonso's quote was very, very true, but that was my favorite quote. You know, how do you keep that stuff hidden all that time?
I have to know.
I gotta know this. Okay. The scores. IMDb 6.9.
Okay.
So it could have been worse.
Okay.
Could have been worse.
Not a
Tomato
7.
meter 52%. So the critics it's technically not. I think it has to be 60% to be fresh.
I'm surprised it's not. I thought the credits would kill it a little harder. I'm surprised it was that high, to be honest with you.
Popcorn meter 74%.
Huh. Okay.
So there's some fans of this movie out there. Okay. I'm going to ask myself, would I recommend this movie? Not really.
Yeah. You
watch this, and then I think of The Green Mile, which we brought up early, and also The Shawshank Redemption.
I thought it was done really well, and it's a very good movie. I think it's a little overrated though.
I disagree. I think you should go back to that one and check it out.
I think I should too. I think that's a really good.
Because I'm telling you, those are the two best prison movies I've ever seen.
The Green Mile was one that stuck with me. I liked it so much.
That one had me in tears, man.
Yeah, me too.
Had me in tears.
So good.
So although
I can understand why, then if you compare it to those two,
there were moments that I enjoyed, like when he got his comeuppance at the end. That was good. You know, and also James Gandolfini. I was laughing at him in not a bad way, in a good way. He was such a snarky character that he was cracking me up.
Right.
It was like, oh, you're okay. I mean, he showed his true colors, boom, right off. You know, it's like, okay, you're
right. No, I thought he did a great job of it. Playing
the acting was good in this.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, it was okay. Yeah. But I know there were a lot of holes that kind of like.
I would say the writing is what did it in.
The writing, yeah. So, going back to our previous conversation about how. We make each other watch movies we saw a long time ago that we may not have come back to. Yeah. This is another one that it's not the worst one. Like,
no,
I still.
It's not. I can say that.
It was not the worst one, but
no, it's not.
It didn't live up to the same hype that I remember.
I understand that,
so I apologize, but hey,
well,
at least
it wasn't torture,
That's true.
Torture. Or not like we're gonna do pretty soon.
I was just gonna say we are way overdue for a torture episode, buddy.
We are. I've already brought it up with our torture buddies, Shauna and Paul.
Yes,
we'll see how they.
All right. Can we give the fans an an EDA or like no, but like that's an idea.
You know what? Let me get working on the schedule and we'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But like by years out, maybe by the end of the year.
I think we might be able to work that out.
Okay. I know we've got quite a long list of things to do. Yeah.
But a lot of these things can be rescheduled or moved around. So we'll just see what we need. Also, it depends on how many nominations we get for torturous movies, so we'll see how that goes too.
Well, there's no shortage of them out there, man.
Okay. Speaking of contacting us with torturous titles of movies and torturous movies that have titles,
silly.
You can find us on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. You can find our podcast. You can find our podcast on Apple and Amazon Prime and Spotify. Anywhere you get your podcasts, we're pretty much everywhere you find your podcasts. Wherever you find your pods, please subscribe to us. Please subscribe to us and leave a rating, hopefully a high one.
Hopefully.
Also, I'm working on getting, we used to have a website, and then there were some issues with that and it fell away. I'm working on getting another website going. So hopefully we'll have another
Yay!
website going.
Oh,
And,
yes. Good.
I don't know
Are
what
you
the
okay? Are
address
you
is going to be
able?
yet.
Okay, cool. Okay, nice. Okay, well, yeah, keep us posted with that. That
I
sounds
will.
great.
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Okay, so like I said, contact us.
Yeah. Please do.
Yeah.
I gotta know what date. What's
Oh,
next?
I am really, I always say this, but I'm really, this has been on my list since I started the show
You do say that a
9 years
lot,
ago.
oh, but wow, you
Um,
waited almost a decade to finally throw it out. Okay.
I am so excited.
Okay.
This movie is from 1968. Okay, I was
Okay.
8 years old when this movie came
A
out.
long time ago.
The movie is 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Oh, I've never seen
I
this.
know you haven't. I know.
This is a
Directed by
very popular movie, though, right?
very,
I've
very,
heard a
very
lot about
highly
it.
esteemed. Yes,
1960.
directed by Stanley Kubrick, and it's a classic, or most people consider it a classic. We'll see what you think.
Okay.
Joining us will be someone who also absolutely adores and loves this movie. Our good friend Aaron
Oh,
Castaneda is going to
all
join us for this
right,
one. Yeah.
Aaron. It's a little
It's not,
pre-70s,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it's okay.
It's not a 70s horror
Right.
movie, but
It
when
is
I told
not
her,
a stipulation.
yeah.
I'm sure she's seen
Oh,
it.
no, no, no.
Okay,
When I
great.
asked her about it, she's like, oh, yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
And
Okay.
like you and I were talking before we started recording, I made a mistake. It's not the first time. Scheduling our recordings, and bless her heart, Erin thought we were recording the 2001 episode today.
Oh, okay. So she
But,
still has
but
time. Yeah. Okay.
well, that's the thing. You know, Erin,
She was already ready then.
and she
With,
says, "Well, that just gives me more time to get more notes together." And
I
I'm
was gonna
like,
say,
girl,
you know she already had like a journal
that's
full of
why
them.
that's why I love having. Well, that's not the
Yeah.
only reason, but that's one
No,
of
of
the many
course.
reasons I love having
Yeah.
her on
She
here. Yeah.
always brings it. Yeah.
And she
Erin
always
does.
brings it to the
Love it.
table, man. Always,
Mhm.
always, always,
Gotta
always.
love her.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Okay, buddy. Well, like I say, it's not a movie that I would like, rave about, but I wouldn't say, oh my God, don't watch this. It's not like,
Right.
it's not
Okay.
so horrible.
Okay.
But I
Okay.
don't think it's a movie I'm gonna remember.
Understood.
You know what I
Interesting.
mean?
Yeah, I do know.
It's one that's just gonna
unmemorable.
kind of fade away. I
Okay,
think.
right. A year from now, so you remember the last cast? I'll be like,
And
no.
when you bring up the title, I'll probably remember it, but
You
I
think
won't
so?
be. I won't be thinking about it till then. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Gotcha. Understood. No, yeah, that makes
All
sense.
righty. Well, until we go to episode 230, our first in our 10th year of podcasting.
Unbelievable. Here we
I
go.
can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Yep.
I'm so
It's been
excited.
a ride.
Until next time, it has, and I hope it goes on forever.
Same here too. Let the good times roll.
Absolutely, absolutely. Until next time, Histophiles, I'm Jay Bullington.
And I'm Keith Carcino.
And y'all keep watching them movies.
Bye-bye. 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 Okay. Bye-bye. Okay.